Hello, Jigs and Ghouls. I believe watching the videos of of this 31 short stories to Halloween, you definitely notice that I'm very focused on crusty old dudes from many years ago, and that's what I'm reading. That's my go-to. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm interested in doing. Reading some stories that I like, some stories you may want to hear about, etc. But I want to make an effort to expand my horizons, not just read some stories I am sure that I will like. I'm trying to read, new stuff. So I thought that maybe I should, go on Amazon and find somebody who is a prolific author, is high on the charts, and I have some short stories of them to read. And I decided to go for Amy Cross. Amy Cross is a British author. She's very prolific. She has a fuck ton of horror thriller books. I have found some of her books on free Kindle days, on Kindle Unlimited free books. So I've gotten them, and there was a short story collection in there called The Ghost of Rain. So I decided, as I didn't go through the entire collection and pick a story. I just said, all right, I'll read the title story and see how is she writing. Is it good or not? So yeah, The Ghost of Rain by Amy Cross. This is if the story was not reviewed under the pressure of time of you have to review it now or never, it was not the story I would pick. I guess I would probably try a second story to read and review, not this one. But time limits are time limits, and I'll give Amy Cross another try later on. All right, this was a very typical story. I can see why Amy Cross is a prolific author and a successful author of that, because her writing is good. We have this couple, Chris and Didi, and Chris's parents have a brother who is a hermit. He lives on a farm all alone. His name is Martin. He doesn't have a telephone. He is never replying to their letters. So, since Chris and Didi are on a trip, they decide to go and see Martin's house on the way, and decide to go there and see how it is. And Martin's a weird guy. Didi is a bit peeved, but it's understandable. Chris is trying to please his parents and also to not make Didi hate him, because he's planning to ask her to marry him. And they go there. Martin is a weird fellow. He is not inhospitable exactly, but something is off. It's about to rain, and he tries to oust them before it does. And he's got a gun on his kitchen that is loaded, and it's the only thing in the house that is not dirty, so that makes Didi suspicious. While Chris and Didi are on holiday, Chris receives a phone call from his father that his Uncle Martin passed away. People found him, and he wants him to, when they return from the trip, to go to the house and get some stuff, because they plan to sell the farm. And at this point, we're deep into the story, halfway through. We have some suspicion of what's going to happen. I mean, the titles that give away that probably there is a ghost coming in the rain, and it scares Martin, and there are double hits from that. But still, there is nothing scary in the story. There's not even a hint of suspense. It's a build up, and we're halfway through. So Didi and Chris return to the UK. They go to Martin's house. They pick the stuff up. They find a lot of diaries where Martin is talking about the rain and a woman coming with the rain. So that's apparently the ghost. And as they try to leave, as rain starts falling, the car breaks down. They return to the house, and they find out that the insurance won't come until tomorrow, so they have to spend the night there. During the night, rain gets stronger. Chris and Didi wake up only to hear that somebody is in the kitchen. Chris goes down, he finds no one, and then he returns to their bedroom. And as he goes in there, the rain stops, and he finds out that Didi is dead. End of story. So yeah, that's a well-written story. I like the characters. I liked sort of the pacing, the way it's written. It's very good. It's fun. It's a light read. It's very typical. There was a sense of suspense, very soft sense of suspense throughout the book, and this is why I'll definitely try to read more from Amy Cross, probably one of her novels, because I was pleased by what she has written. I think that she's a capable author, and she knows how to set the pace and how to set the mood and how to set hints and how to write characters. These are great stuff. However, this story took forever, and I felt that it never became scary. It was tiptoeing around the scary stuff. That's why I want to read more of her, to see if that's her style, if it's a very light horror, well written horror, of course, don't get me wrong, if it's a light horror novels, or if it's just the story. So yes, my first foray into her writing was a positive experience, and sometime in 2022, I guess, expect to see a review for one of her novels. Overall, yes, that's was a good read, good story for for not so invested horror readers. It'll be fine. I think they will like it. It's as scary as it should be for a casual horror reader. A hardcore horror fan will find the story derivative of sorts, nothing you haven't read before, and that it's way too suggestive. Things are not answered in the story. This kind of stuff. But yeah, that was a great introduction. I think that I'll give Amy Cross more of my reading time. She deserves it. It was a good story. Nothing to make me wow, but it's of good quality. And that's not something that's easy to come by. So if you've read any of her books, any of Amy Cross's books, give me a suggestion. Which one should I read? I think she has one about Jack the Ripper that it would be interesting to read. Let me see, what books do I have? Yes, I have The House of Jack the Ripper, some of the books. So I guess I should probably give it a read at some point and see how it goes. I've got a Broken Window, which I'll read at some point, unless you have another suggestion. I've also got books from Death herself, not the entire series, mind you. The Night Girl, Alice, yes, Alice Isn't Well, American Coven, The Ash House, the first of the Asylum books, B&B, The Blood House, The Border, The Cameraman, I don't know. So yeah, The Death of Addie Gray, The Devil, the Witch and the Whore. It's not all of her books are horror. The Devil's Briar, The Devil's Hand, The Disappearance of Katie Wren. Yes, I'll probably go for The Broken Window, House of Jack the Ripper, Book 1, and see where it goes. It sounds interesting. I think I have found her because of House of Jack the Ripper, and I see what books does he have available, or browse in the free Kindle books categories, as I sometimes do. So yeah, that's it. I'll give her a chance. Alright, thank you for watching, and bye bye.